Mr. C's friends, family, haters, and trolls. Good afternoon to those of you on the East Coast, Central Standard Time. And good morning to those of you way out west, where I try not to go too much. My truck, for some reason, it does not like to go past Texas. I don't know why, but every time I try to go to California, just like the past 2 weeks, I break down. All right, so I'm coming with an extra one today just to pass on what I have found out so far this morning. First of all, the Georgia hearing, the judge decided that he needs to look over the dismisses that was filed. He did not make any decisions whatsoever. He simply said he will make a decision later. He needs to look at it. All right, so let's move on. Oh yeah, Elizabeth Picario, thank you very much for the donation. Thank you very, very much. Nevada GOP Chairman Michael McDonald visited the Arizona Audit this past week. McDonald stated similar review is needed in Nevada. A Trump campaign worker saw a van stop at a Las Vegas election center and unload boxes of papers, just like they did in Michigan. That's not all that was happening in the state, said McDonald. The Democrat state leaders say that McDonald is delusional. How funny, huh? We didn't think they'd say nothing like that, right? That alone should force this guy to push even harder for a Nevada audit. I say that it's up to the people of Nevada, not the Secretary of State, not the governor, not a senator. It is up to the people. To we the people. They have the final say-so. The end. Point blank, period. All right. Let me introduce you all to a name that you can be watching out for here later on. Probably will come up. Jennifer Morrow. And she is behind a lot of the deep state nonprofits. So how is she worth even talking about? Well, the man that wrote the 29-page report of all the sketchy November 3rd incidents also referred in that report to the elections group, which Jennifer has something to do with, quite a bit. So Carter Page, the man responsible for that 29-page report, showed in his report at 12 p.m. someone asked for 3 precincts from the night before. Another person said, I still haven't gotten them. Then a guy named Mike from the election group says they might already be in the system as 0 precincts. Catch that. You're looking for 3, but they might be in there as 0. This has to make one wonder how or why anyone from this special nonprofit group would even be involved with these papers, machines at all. Why would they even be involved? They're not officials. It's group, not officials. Y'all have to know, this Carter Page guy's 29-page report is huge. And I mean huge. This report is made from November the 2nd through November the 7th. What makes this report so funny to me is Brad, CCP, Ratzenbergers. He is the guy who actually gave the job to Carter Page to look for all this stuff. Yeah, Brad actually had him doing this. I mean, a lot of what he reported and wrote down, a lot of it, actually matches hundreds of affidavits that have been turned in. So that's like irrefutable. You can't argue with that, because he has time-stamped pictures, and he's got it all wrote down like in a diary book with the time and the date. You cannot argue with it. When an affidavit from way after was filled out, way after November 3rd, and then you got somebody that turned something in November 3rd and 4th, 5th, 6th, and 7th, and it matches somebody that they don't even know, matches their affidavit, you can't argue with that. All right. Tell me why that creep, Joe Biden, and his gang of left-tard, lunatic fools are so quiet. Why are they so silent? Well, I can tell you they're panicked. I know that. But not even talking about that. Not even talking about nothing from November 3rd. Gladys Cristina Perez Sanchez. That's the name. Gladys Cristina Perez Sanchez is a 39-year-old mother of two, a 9-year-old and a 16-year-old. They left their home in Laredo, Texas. They went south 80 miles into Mexico. So 80 miles from home. They have been kidnapped by the Los Zetas cartel. This mom and her two children were last seen June 13th. And all three are American citizens. They went 80 miles into Mexico to visit a sick relative and never made it home. These government officials are anti-American. They are silent because they are losers. They are like the Illuminati. They have already lost. They have nothing to gain by trying to help Americans or America, because they will have the same ending. For example, what do they say you do when you join the Illuminati? You sell your soul. So no matter what you do throughout your life, you already know your end result. Same with these certain government officials. They already know the ending result. That's why they act the way they act. And it's raining and that is thunder in the background. CNN finally couldn't control themselves anymore. CNN slammed creepy boy Biden for his poor and weird behavior in Switzerland. They say Biden's handlers are so intrusive that when he approaches reporters, they scream at him to stop before he even has a chance to answer one question. Dang, I think that's like elder abuse, if you ask me. So now we all know why Joe's always saying, I'm going to get in trouble. Y'all going to get me in trouble. Now we know. The statement made by CNN that lets you know that they're tired of lying and covering. CNN stated, I have never seen a president who is so protected by his aides in terms of often not wanting him to answer some questions. They said this on live TV, by the way. The New York Post also stated, Biden made a fool of himself at the G7 summit. They're all getting tired of lying. It's catching up with them. And they also see that the truth is coming to light. 56 Republicans have signed a letter for Joe CCP on Biden to replace the camel of her duties in handling the border crisis. She hadn't been handling it anyway, so I I don't see a problem with that. All right. Let's move on. Okay. Meteorologist April Moss accuses CBS 62 of discrimination live on air following Fox 26 reporter Ivory Heckler's example. So, Miss April Moss let it be known that she will be going to Project Veritas, sitting down with James O'Keefe and telling her story on how CBS has been discriminating against people at the workplace. I'm telling you, Project Veritas is awesome, and these whistleblowers, they're coming to them one after another. All right. Late last December, a Trump senior official was pressed to look into November 3rd by Trump. Mark Meadows emailed Acting Attorney General Jeffrey Rosen detailing everything they were advised of from election night. Now, this letter that he wrote to Jeffrey Rosen actually was among records released this past week by Congress. See, when all of this first started, right after November 3rd, it was said that an Italian defense contractor had conspired with CIA and or FBI intelligence to be complicit in the activities on the night of November 3rd. So, it was being said that this guy from Italy that works with the defense intelligence there was involved. And what did all the left? Oh, that's conspiracy. Oh, no, that's a lie. They all lie. They're racist. They're racist. Yeah. Well, during this releasing of the letter was also a letter. Man, the thunder's loud. It was also a letter released from an Italian attorney who claimed that a hacker have admitted involvement in the supposed conspiracy. So this guy from Italy admitted that he is guilty. Oh, so that's conspiracy theories, right? Yeah. So this guy actually admits he's guilty, and they're calling that a lie. I tell you. I'm going to leave y'all on this. General Flynn stated that the next 4 weeks will shock the world. Man, am I ready to get this started? I'm not going to rush the process, but once it gets started and we know it, then they can take as long as they need to make sure the job's done correct. I love y'all. If you ever want to help support the channel, everything's in the description. Elizabeth, thank you very, very much again for the donation. Thank you very much. Hope y'all have a wonderful day. I love y'all, man. Peace.